Do you want to learn how to take pictures of light trails? Well, if you do, this is the video for you, because I've got some great hints and tips that are going to let you capture some amazing shots. Hi, I'm Dave and this is Beating the Broom Wagon. It's my channel where I talk about what I'm doing in trying to become a better photographer. Part of doing that is trying new things, and recently I went out to try and take some pictures of some light trails at night. Before I did it though, I scoured the internet for hours looking for all the hints and tips I could find. And to save you guys the hassle of having to do that yourselves, I've put them all in one place for you here. So the first thing you need to think about when you're going out to get these shots is your equipment. Now obviously you're going to need a camera, and to do this you're going to need a camera that's going to let you shoot in full manual mode. So we're probably talking about a DSLR, but if your camera can do full manual then it's good enough for this job. Now the other thing that you're going to need is a tripod. Because we're talking about long exposures, you're going to need to keep the camera as steady as you can, and holding it just isn't going to cut it. So putting it on a tripod is going to make sure that there's no shake coming through in your pictures. Now the other thing to stop camera shake is maybe taking a shutter release cable with you. That's just the cable that's going to plug into your camera, and you use the button as the shutter so you don't have to touch the camera at all, and it takes out any possibility of there being any shake or wobble when you're taking the picture. Now don't worry though, if you haven't got one, you can set the timer on the camera, maybe 2 seconds or 10 seconds. That means that by the time you've pressed it and the countdown has started, your hands are going to be well away from the camera and you're going to get the shot that you're after. Finally, because you're probably going to be doing this at night time, it's advisable maybe you take a torch with you or something like that. If you drop something or you want to change the settings and you can't quite see, torch is going to be really handy and could come in really useful. As with every type of photography, composition is super important with light trail photography as well. If you go online and you look for some of these sorts of pictures, a lot of the time what you'll see is someone taking the picture from maybe a footbridge or an overpass at a road looking directly down. Now these are great, they are cool photos. You get the traffic going up and down, tail lights and headlights, nice long streams of these. They look great, but they do get boring quickly. So what you want to do is try and change it up a little bit. Think about the composition, whether there's any buildings or interesting objects in your frame that you're going to capture as well. You can think about getting low, get right down low to the ground. Does that work? Get high, see how high you can go with your camera and take pictures from there. There's lots of different things you can try. Maybe it's trying a different location where traffic is turning off or coming onto the street that you're looking at. So you're getting curves, maybe a roundabout or any of these sort of things could spice up your image a bit and make it a lot more pleasing. So don't just stick with the same old compositions. They are great to start with, but it's good to explore new things and see what else you can get. So we've got all our gear, we're at location and we've got our composition set and we're ready to take some photos. Just need to nail in those settings. Now, firstly, you're going to want the ISO as low as possible. It's going to be 100 for most people, and that's going to give you the best quality of image as we're doing these long exposures. Secondly is the aperture. Now, from everything that I've seen and read and looked at, I'm thinking that f/22 is about where you want to be. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, you're going to get everything in your shot in focus, which you're probably going to want on a photograph like this. Cars travelling towards you and away from you, you're going to have the surroundings that you're probably going to want to have in focus. So f/22 is perfect for that. Everything's going to be sharp. Also, it creates a lovely starburst effect on any street lamps that may be in your shot. Now, these look fantastic in these kind of images and really add that little bit extra. Finally, we've got shutter speed, and there's two schools of thought when it comes to this. I'll tell you both and I'll tell you my favourite. Firstly, you've got the line of thinking that says you only need your shutter speed to be as long as it takes for the vehicles to pass through your frame. Now that could be 3, 4, 5 seconds, depending on what sort of composition you've got. Now this will give you a good shot of the lights from that vehicle and any vehicles around it coming through your frame, and there's your photograph. The second option is to create a much longer exposure, 20, 25, 30 seconds even. Now this gives you the opportunity to get multiple vehicles passing through your frame, and it really makes those lights and those trails stand out and pop in the image. Also, it gives you a chance to plan a little bit. You might see a truck coming down from the distance, for example, with some lights on the top that you think will look great coming through your image. Now you can time this and make sure that you're getting that in the shot without missing it by a couple of meters, or the lights finished because your frame finished before the vehicle had passed. Basically, having this longer exposure just gives you a bit more flexibility and a little bit more margin for error. So that's it. That's everything you need to know about taking light trail photography. All you need to do is get out there and try it for yourself. There's no need for any expensive lenses or anything like that with this. All you need is your camera and your tripod, and you're good to go. So get out there, see what you can get, and if you get things you like, then show me. All the links for all of my pages are down below. You can contact me on Twitter or Instagram, here on YouTube. It would be great to hear from you. So I hope these help, and until next time, I'll see you later.